Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. This is your Commander Wolf 10. I'm your werewolf. We're going to start this anime spotlight, the long awaited Tekkaman Blade, a anime show that's been near dear to my heart since the time of Ronin Warriors and Sailor Moon. And may I also add, Samurai Pizza Cats. These shows were happening around the same time, or at least rather the same year of each other. Ronin Warriors and Sailor Moon both being on different slots, but on weekdays. Tekkaman Blade itself, we just lost Schooner. He's back. Tekkaman Blade being on a Sunday every Sunday, and I was always waking up early in the morning to let my cartoons go through so I can finally watch this anime. So Tekkaman Blade, I'm here to talk about this anime with the Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility buried deep underground, but with excellent Wi-Fi. This is Schooner Tuna.
Sound like you're beating up an orca.
It's killer whale. It's a killer whale.
I know you can speak well.
Yes, I can.
Nice.
But the
Next,
translate will damn us all.
next to him is the Desert Red Bull Redneck.
I see a line of cars and I want to paint them black.
Nice. He's going to be our fresher for this one since he has not seen this series. But next to him, only seen 7 episodes of this series, is the Bear of the North, Eloise Dottle.
Greetings, everybody. It's nice to be here this evening.
So let me give you the synopsis of Tekkaman Blade. It's the series itself. In the United Earth year 192, Earth is under attack from an alien race known as the Rodham, which consists of bug-like monsters and armored warriors known as Tekkaman. The Rodham spaceship lies dormant in the dark side of the moon, where the Rodham wait for it to be repaired. Fighting against the Rodham is a special defense force called the Space Knights. A group consists of Heinrich von Freeman, the group's commander, No Veri. I can't pronounce that last name. Skip it. The pilot of the Space Knight ship Blue Earth, Aki Kisaragi, the Blue Earth's navigator, Mealy, the communications operator, Levin, a computer mechanic, and Honda, the goose mechanic. More on them later. Before the start of the Rodham invasion, the exploration ship Argos discovered the dormant Rodham spaceship in the outer rings of Saturn. While exploring the ship, the crew were captured by pods and converted into Tekkaman. Before he was fully converted, Takaya Aiba, Tekkaman Blade, was freed by his father and placed in an escape pod. His father then activated the Argos self-destruct. The Rodham crashed into the moon and began their attacks on Earth. After spending 6 months drifting toward Earth, Blade bursts free from his escape pod and attacks the Rodham forces, entering into a fight with Tekkaman Dagger. Fritz. Okay, I'm not gonna say
Fritz von Braun.
Okay. After the fight, Blade crashes on Earth and is found by Noel and Aki, who take him back to their headquarters. Blade is initially hostile towards Space Knights, but as time progresses, he begins to respect them for their dedication and develops a romantic interest in Aki. With Blade's help, the Space Knights begin to repel the Rodham until Blade's. Okay, we're not gonna go that far. That's all you need to know. Damn it.
Well, that's all you need to know for most of the episodes.
So we got a lot to cover for a good half hour or two to really get into this series. So let's start with you, Schooner. What was your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts were the story is actually quite unique, especially for I don't know. Would you call this a mech show?
No.
No, it doesn't, and that's the thing. It doesn't seem like a mech show. The story is very unique, but again, what this show has really going for it is the action. Terms of characterization and story, I've kind of seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
It's been overdone time and again, but It's okay. It's not the worst. It's definitely not the best. It's okay. It's all right.
There you
Eloise,
go.
what about you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask next. Go ahead, Eloise.
Um, my thoughts on the anime.
Yeah, so far,
Um, well, I mean, I had to watch it at 1.25 speed to be able to watch it because it felt kind of slow paced. Like,
so, yeah, slow pace. Yeah,
It's a slow burn, definitely for sure.
for the first half, yeah, it's really like taking its time to develop the relationship of the characters and the main character. Put it plainly, we got individuals that are literally caught in the middle of a war right now, and it's like they're still trying to adjust with each other, and over time they start to become companions.
Yep.
yeah, and because I watched it in like that quick playback speed, like, felt well.
Okay, who's knocking?
I don't. That's not me.
Nah, stop. Go ahead, continue, Eloise.
Well, it felt kind of disjointed. I don't know. I know about Ringo because he feels like he has the most interactions with Blade, like the way they're antagonistic and competitive towards each other,
Hmm.
like edging each other on. Um,
Ringo's that determined fighter. That he's the Han Solo of their group. He's willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done, but
yeah,
he's also making no qualms on how he gets there. There's a moment where he almost blasts Blade because Blade mentions that if he's here's one weakness that he has, which is if he stays in his armored form for how long?
more than 30 minutes,
Yeah, more than 30 minutes.
loses control and becomes one of the beasts.
He yeah, he goes berserk,
That's a
and he
great. That's a great way of putting it. He goes berserk.
yep, like he can't differentiate from friend and foe, which in later episodes, in a later episode when he gets when we get around to fighting a certain villain, that's what happens. Like initially, what happens, and we get like 2 or 3 episodes of him just tearing ass on the earth.
Hmm.
And it was also interesting how like his suit relies on him eating a lot. Like it affects his
Metabolism.
yeah, metabolism.
Yeah, it's very unique in that form, in that regard, considering that this is kind of like in the same vein as Sentai type stories, a very violent Sentai story itself. Like, I mean, Jesus, people get hurt, people bleed. The space crabs that he fights get all manner of fucked up.
Yep.
I mean, if you guys are here for explosive action and bodies falling apart, this is a show for you.
More like body
Yeah,
horror.
I would say that the action scenes are more of a draw than the character interactions.
Yeah.
It felt kind of confusing because
Yeah.
it seems like a lot. There's some interactions that happen off screen. So like as you watch the episodes, like the characters seem to be with each episode, the characters seem to be getting along more, or they seem to know each other better. Because
That might be the consequence of the dub version.
yeah,
Yeah.
I watched the dub version. That's why. I might have to go back and. I mean, I tried watching the sub version, but it felt more difficult to get into.
Mm-hmm. Because I did run the risk and run to the dub version. There was a they even kind of disjoint the first episode too. Like it starts off with him already fighting and he falls in and that's where they find him. Whereas they cut that part out in the dub version. So you guys are gonna run if you guys whichever version you want to check out. That's what you're gonna be heading to. And that's kind of like the one thing that played a lot of anime that came overseas to America is that they will remove or splice or even chop up some episodes.
Yeah, that's also one of the problems that you're going to run into with this show is that uh, it's almost worth it to do the dub because there's a lot of with the dub it's almost like they're trimming the fat. Where if you watch the original one, you're gonna have to sit through some stuff.
Yeah,
Seems like the dub is more focused on the action, and uh, the sub has it has character elements with the action.
really shows the different focuses sides on the Western and the Japanese of look of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we're more character based, whereas the Japanese are single handedly just going through the action bits, really showing you that yeah, this is an action anime.
Oh
But
yeah.
we're getting a bit here and there with this. Let's get into Blade, the main character. What are your initial thoughts on Blade?
Louise, after you, ladies first.
Um, I like his character because he seems like the lone wolf type.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of a type that was used a lot in those days. But keep going.
Um, and well, I think it's more interesting to see how the characters around him react rather than the character himself.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's the draw of his character is that he's trying to figure out who he really is because he doesn't remember like his memories completely. So there's that amnesia thing going on, and it's done so that the audience doesn't know things from the get go, and it's like as he slowly begins to recall stuff, like we get to learn more about the enemy side.
Hmm.
And if you're into that type of characterization, like plot point as a plot point, it's like a good draw into.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna introduce the Leia Valor Leia plus size into the mix now.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Leia.
Hey. so,
Welcome.
so I am late. I did have another event that was scheduled this evening, so I didn't too long get in. And second, I am not too familiar about this character of this show, so I don't know. I can't contribute. I can't say too much about it.
This
So
is an open opportunity. Then you can be the next best thing for Red. You're gonna be the newcomer that we will try to sell this anime to.
well, you guys are good salesmen when you're pitching anime movies or films or TV. So
We're right. We're right now at the point where we're at our main character right now, and you know what? This might be a good time for me to cut in from Aloise's what she was saying. So here's our main character, Blade, or in certain dubs, he's named Nick Carter, or in the English, Ness Carter. He's your typical D boy, aka dangerous boy with amnesia. He's a bit reckless, kind of got a dangerous ideology. But you know what? He's also, the certified BA. I mean, he can fight, he can kick ass. And it's kind of funny because more so watching the characters bounce off of him than really what he is as a character himself, if that makes any sense.
is he in space? Is this in the future? Is it a galaxy far, far away, or where does this
All
take
the above.
It's all well,
All
except in a galaxy far, far away because it's on Earth.
Oh,
it's
it's
in
on
our
Earth.
solar system.
Yeah, it's in our
Okay.
solar system.
Is he
So,
go ahead, Scooty.
no, go ahead. Ask your question because I like these questions.
Is he a soldier? Is he a guy embedded with special powers? Is he a hero's journey? Is he part of a team?
Well,
All the above.
again, all the above. So, okay, so long story short, his vessel, he was on a vessel, and then the vessel was attacked. He got horribly mutated, transformed, but he was rescued before the initial brainwashing could take away his humanity. He was sent off adrift in space. He makes it back to the planet. He's found, and he now fights for the good guys.
Fun fact about this, about the dub,
Mm-hmm.
the music is different in the dub, and it's done by Ron Wasserman of Power Rangers fame.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I should tell you this too. Yeah. Leia, if you don't know this, Saban distributed this.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Savon, I'm very familiar with the shows they've distributed.
Mm-hmm.
If
Power
you
Rangers was
know
their biggest
Saban, then
seller.
you know
Yeah.
the music that they employ with their shows.
Oh
So
yeah.
Yes.
you know it's a Saban production or it's a Saban distribution when you hear Wasserman's band.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, what
What?
what Schooner has said about Blade so far is completely true. Um, my initial thoughts on him originally was he's cool to emulate, cool to imprint on. Upon rewatching it, I was like wow, I don't remember him being this much of a loner back then. And I watched this thing 3 times already.
Is there a team he fights with, or is he alone? You say he fights on Earth.
He's with this group called the Space Knights.
Okay. All
They
right.
I'm
they
Got it.
surprised
they
Space Knights aren't British. Like that would have been interesting.
well they pilot around in a ship called the Blue Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very iconic ship too. Really well designed. You know what? I should be putting up some screenshots as we're doing this.
Is there like a design of it, like from figure or something similar
I
to?
wish.
They they didn't capitalize on that.
I doubt. I guess not.
I saw the figurines of like the knights, the armored.
Yeah, the Space Knights and the Tekkaman.
Yeah, the Tekkaman. I saw the Tekkaman figurines on eBay. There's
Hmm.
even one that's like a dark Tekkaman. I think you mentioned it. That it was really expensive.
Oh, Tekkaman Evil.
Yeah.
We'll
Oh
get into him
yes.
a
Let's
bit.
not forget about evil.
I
You know what?
haven't
I'm not. You know what?
really.
We'll put away the suspense right now. This was another unique story too. Is that the fact that he basically the villains of the show was his whole family and friends.
Yep.
Like
Interesting.
he fights
Well,
his
here's the thing.
uncle.
Well, here's the thing. It's
I believe
because
Dagger. I believe
well,
Dagger is his uncle.
context first. Remember, Leia, when I said that he was rescued before the assimilation could take away his humanity? Well,
Yes.
unfortunately, his family was not so lucky. He was the only one to escape from that. So his family has been like horribly mutated, and their humanity has been taken from them. And so he's basically fighting his family.
Hmm.
Was he taken when he was young? Was he a child
No,
when he was
he was a
taken? Oh,
teenager.
okay. He was a
No,
teenager. Oh, okay.
no, not a teenager. He was mature
Okay.
when it happened.
Young
So
man.
from what I gather, then because I haven't gotten that far, is that he was an astronaut working in outer space, and then the the crabs, the space crabs, assimilated them into the hive mind.
Yep. Pretty much.
So his family did not escape the fate. Does he know that?
He doesn't find out about that until later.
Oh, okay.
And oh boy, does that really mess him up.
So right now he's fighting, thinking that they've chosen to betray humanity. Damn.
That's another thing that was also interesting too was the fact that you had two factions fighting for control over him too.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Space Knights that view him as family, good family. Then you got the Earth government. I'm gonna call them that for lack of better title. Earth government that wants to use them as a war asset or weapon.
Yep.
There was that side plot too. Um, hell, it came to a head when the general comes in and tries to take Blade, and the president of all people calls in and said, "Leave him the fuck alone and let him work with the Space Knights and have him save our fucking planet."
I love the fact that
Capiche?
that's another thing too that I thought was hilarious is that the guy's coming in and the president calls him of the United of the unified government and just basically tells him to stand down, and he's got no choice, so he stands down.
Like a good soldier, he backs off.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But there's also the moment where he also sends in a spy called named Square knows, but I want to say his name right.
But we know, I just know, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it either, but I do know that the spy, I love this, is in disguise as a reporter. Never, ever trust the press. Don't ever trust the press.
Balsac Asimov.
Yep, Yep, that's right, Ballsack. I love it.
Well, that is got to be a name, Ballsack. I think I would be suspicious the minute I hear that name. Wow.
Funny thing is, he's not even freaking German.
Nope.
Need to go through my black hat book to see his aliases.
He speaks with an almost southern accent in a way. He's got this cool guy thing going on.
I'm just gonna say it again too. Another thing that I love about Tekkaman Blade, which really has a lot going for it, these names. Where do they get these names?
I mean, look to nowhere new at old anime. Old anime was always like that.
A name like
No Varus.
Yes, Varus.
I believe he's Ringo in the American dub.
So let me get this straight. We have a young man who is basically taken and kidnapped and brainwashed and trained to be this ultimate fighting machine soldier. Wow, where have I heard that before? Doesn't that sound familiar?
No, I can't think. I'm sorry, I'm just drawing blanks here. Nothing.
You can find parallels in a lot of stories. This story's been told many times. It's been told many times.
I know. I don't mean that in a negative way. You're right. I don't mean that in a negative way. It's just it sounds like, some another character I know. So
I think I think I know what you're talking about. I think it's called Lucky Varns or Chucky Chucky Carnes
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
He hasn't defeated the Nokia yet.
Sounds familiar. All right.
We haven't gotten to the other characters that they surround themselves with. We got Millie, who's the young girl. Or let's get into Aki real quick. Aki Kisaragi.
Yes.
The main love interest.
Mm-hmm.
And her first introduction, she's getting hit on by the team's pilot of all people.
Yep. I know. The team's pilot of all people. And I love the fact that he says, maybe we will be the last ones to repopulate the planet like Adam and Eve. And I'm just like, where do they get this? What? Oh my God. I'm like, what? Is this your pickup line? What would possess?
This is the 90s, man.
That's what, like a curveball.
God. Yeah. But here's the thing that I love about Aki, and she's great, is that she is headstrong, but the most compassionate character. Although she sometimes likes to romanticize situations a lot.
Yep.
Which is hilarious considering the fact that Noel his name's Noel or Ringo, is the one who's romanticized at the beginning of the show. He's the one romanticizing a potential situation with them, and she's not buying it at all. She's like, "Get away from me! I'm having none of it."
Right.
But then she discovers Blade, and suddenly she wants to use exactly
She's
Noel's words.
smitten.
Oh, she's smitten with Blade because the minute she sees Blade, she's like, "Oh wow, hey Noel, you know that illusion that you were fantasizing about at the beginning? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over and do that with Blade almost immediately, even though I've just met him and I have no idea what he's capable of."
I guess she's into the mysterious kind of guys.
Oh yeah, or I'm sorry, it's that typical cliche, by the way, of the carryover from the 90s, by the way. The cold, mysterious loner, and suddenly all women are interested in that.
Oh,
Especially
okay.
Levin.
Good time.
Especially Levin.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, Levin. Man, I adore Levin. She kills me every single time. She goes into these flights of freaking romantic diatribes about him. It's like she
Can
just
we
drops
just say,
everything.
can I also say this too? Can I also say this too? She
Mm.
calls Blade's armor sexy. She says, "Ooh, that's so." She's like, "Ooh, that's so sexy." By the way,
But what's on the inside counts.
this show. Can I also say this too? Can I also say this too? That Tekkaman Blade was way ahead of the curve because Levin is actually transsexual and a highly skilled mechanic.
Levin,
I
she's
did not
trans. So
know.
she
Yep.
used to be a he.
Yep.
Okay. So
That
what
explains
does
why
she?
she's so fiercely after his dick all
I
the
had
time.
no idea.
Yep, but that's the thing. It doesn't. But that's the thing. You don't care about that because the focus of the focus is Levin as a character, not Levin as the trans. So you don't care if you find out that she's trans. You just like her
I had
anyway.
a sneaky suspicion when I read her name.
Mm-hmm.
I think they changed her name in the dub version too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her in the
I-
English name it's Maggie. Her
Yeah,
name's Maggie.
I guess they knew and they decided to change it to Maggie. 'Cause they did that a lot for a lot of either gay characters or characters that are male,
Yeah.
but look absolutely feminine. Never
Yes.
voice like anybody.
Mm-hmm. Can I just say
Oh
also
yeah.
that it's hilarious how she just loves making Blade completely uncomfortable.
Yeah. And here we thought she was just being one of those very clingy, pushy women.
No.
Turns out she has a dick.
She's a trap. It's a trap.
So he has two women, you could say that like him.
Yeah.
Hmm. One
Well,
that's really infatuated, the other one just fucking thirsty after his ass.
And that would be the trans or Maggie.
Yeah,
Maggie.
yeah.
Well, that's the
Okay,
thing.
that makes
Maggie
sense.
does. Now, while Maggie is very flirtatious with Blade, she knows that Blade and Aki are meant to be together, but she just loves making Blade uncomfortable.
Okay, I follow you. Okay. Okay, so there's like I meant to ask a love triangle. You know how TV they love to do love triangles where there's two that the leading person or the antagonist has to choose from.
Mhm.
be
So I
fair,
see.
like both Ringo and Maggie like keep Blade off his like high horse when he
Oh
gets
yeah.
up his ass. Like they take him down a notch to become level headed instead of like trying to shoulder everything.
Mhm.
But he needs to be there to have some sense into it, even if
Yeah.
you know
It
flirtation.
really it really is telling how much Blade really is deprived of a family.
Oh yeah.
When you get there later, when you see the origin of what happened, it's very heart wrenching to like if you guys are not really this like hooked into it yet, I can't really beg you guys. I'm not going to beg you guys to keep going to get there, but like once you finally get there, especially especially what happens after his sister Shara or Tekkaman
Hmm.
Rapier. When we finally get to that story, I believe I'm not sure when that story takes place, but man,
Well,
they just didn't have a chance, and he's out there fighting them. He's fighting his own
well,
family. He's out there alone with his new family trying to protect them, and that traumatic event really shaped his worldview. He really
hmm
sees himself as the only one that can protect the earth from the Radam.
he's
There's even a
got
moment
what's he's got. I think what do psychologists call it? He's got a hero complex.
and survivor's guilt.
And survivor's guilt, like immense survivor's guilt. What I like though is that he's really the pride of his first family, but this second family really tries to rein him in.
Hmm.
Tries to basically say, "You're not all powerful. You're human. You can make mistakes. Don't go off. Don't go get all cocky."
Yeah, the one episode where he loses his powers, or at least the aftermath of him losing his powers, is the very very prominent one. I mean, it gets
Yep,
resolved.
that's.
It gets resolved in the same episode, and it almost comes off that Blade learned nothing in that moment.
Oh,
Well,
I
you see,
disagree.
he doesn't go into no transformative situation where he finally realized the power is within him and all that bullshit.
I disagree. What I like about that episode when he loses his power, yes, obviously he gets it back because we have to maintain a status quo. But he learns a valuable lesson that his new family likes him for him, not what he can give them. I mean, they're really
Mhm.
there. I mean, they're there for. I mean, that was a great episode because it really showed how much they were there for him.
And it also revealed his weakness. Like he trusted in them enough to reveal his weakness, so that if he loses control, he can shoot him down. And that's the basis of where him and Ringo really come together as like they talk one to one like as men.
Yeah, he was willing to put himself in a vulnerable place. And that's really what you got to do. He was willing to put himself in a vulnerable place.
Let's get to Millie real quick, the baby of the group.
Oh, yes, the little sister, as I call her, the little sister.
She's adorable.
Oh, she is.
She solves the power output by accident.
Mm-hmm.
As ridiculous as how that went, I still love that scene.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was gonna hate it as old as I am, but when I was a kid, I adored that scene. Mid 20s, still adore it, but I was afraid when I got to that part when I was watching it. I was like, oh man, I'm probably gonna play a joke or no. Actually, I liked it. I still liked it. Like I
Mm-hmm.
cannot bring myself to poke fun at it. Can never
Yeah.
bring myself to poke fun at it
Can I also
completely.
say this too? Can we also say this too? Is that Blade? Because first off, Blade has a complete and total weak spot for Millie because why? Millie reminds him of his little sister.
Shara or
Yep.
Tekkaman Rapier as she will pop up later on in the series.
Yep. In fact, if I recall correctly, Millie is the only one Blade actually reveals his time limit in a very compassionate way.
That and she's the least person that he dislikes earlier in the series.
Didn't he also when he hang on there's also a point in the series where when his 30-minute time limit is up and he turns into is it Venomoid or a Rodham? I don't know what it's called, but
Take your
turn
pick.
yeah, he turns
Venomoid's
into
Venomoid's easy to remember, but if you want to go Rodham, that's also easy for you. I just
I
say
like
Rodham.
Venom. I like Venomoid more because I like the name Venom, almost
Mm.
like poison, and that condition
So
puts him
yeah, if
in.
you guys are watching the dub, just a little side note: if you're watching the dub, the alien race, or at least the alien species that they're fighting, is called the Venomoids.
Yeah. So
And
he
also the Tekken men are called Techno men. If you're watching the Saban version, because he was called Techno man when he came to the states. I
yeah.
Again, I don't know why they did that. Tekkaman Blade is not that hard to say. It really is not that hard to say. Tekka,
Tekka, Tekka, Tekka.
And
Tekkaman.
I
I
have.
just think most are. I
Oh,
think many are just inclined to just say techno.
Can I
Trust me,
just
I
say
went
it too?
when I was elementary. Pokemon came out. Every faggot teacher was calling it Pokemon.
oh God!
Can I just say this
Don't
too?
remind me.
I think the studios were just were mocking the intelligence of their audience. Like nobody's going to be able to say Tekka Man, Tekka Man. Just say Techno Man.
I don't
They
even
even
know if it's that. I can only imagine, like, if knowing Saban loves Japanese culture. He loves the Japanese media. Things only have to change if it's for the sake of the audiences in order to keep attention or keep
Yeah.
following the story. Like, originally, they were just going to keep the original names of the characters in the Digimon show, but given that not many kids were able to follow the Japanese names that well, they were able to go to the closest English equivalent of their names.
But to get back on point, Millie, when Blade turns into a Venomoid, she was the only one who really pulled him back and got him to his normal state, and he was not okay after that.
because he almost strangled her.
Yep, he was not okay after that.
Well, let's give some context real quick for the
Yeah.
for the audience. So what happened was he fought against his brother Saber in the American dub, but Tekkaman Evil in the original sub, and they fought. He fought his brother so long that the 30 minutes had went up, and that's where at that point he had already got his crystal repaired. Well, not necessarily repaired, but built into this robot that was called the Tekka bot, later renamed Pegasus.
Hmm.
Oh, Dominic is rewatching a few episodes of Tekkaman Blade.
So what
Yeah,
I'm
Excellent.
what I'm saying is shit. Let me start over. So they fought till 30 minute limit was done, and he outright attacked Pegasus and just went on a
Hmm.
rampage. And all the while, you got the spider crafts following him now, and the army is fighting against Tekkaman Blade and the spider crafts. Evil ain't got to do shit. He's just watching and just reveling in this onslaught,
Yep.
just enjoying his victory at this point. So like
Can I also say this too? The level of cruelty his biological family is just oh my god.
yeah, we didn't even we barely even got into Dagger yet. Dagger was the one that outright broke his freaking shit by using some crystal technology.
And you got to wonder too: was this family always this bad, or was it simply because they were assimilated?
I believe it was assimilation. They really loved each other before they
Mhm.
became Tekken men.
Well, and that was the thing that I thought was great about the. This is one of the great things that I say about the show. As much as I was not impressed with it, I do love the ideas it explored. That the alien assimilation process really hyped up the worst qualities of them, of the family.
Right.
So as much as that, so that was the thing. It when they were human, they loved each other unconditionally, but when they were assimilated, they just did not care about one another at all. In fact, I think they downright hated each other, one another.
So let's name the Tekken man real quick. So there's Tekken
Yeah.
man Evil, Tekken man
Hmm.
Lance.
Yep.
That's Molotov. Ha Molotov. Tekken man Axe Goddard. Tekken
Hmm.
man Sword Henry. Tekken man Evil. Yeah. His brother's name is Shinya. Tekken man Rapier Miyuki or Shara. Seriously, we would not have a hard we would not have a hard time pronouncing these damn names if you just keep the fucking names in the damn script.
Hmm.
We'll learn some new Japanese shit right now.
Hmm.
Thank goodness the freaking dubbing of Digimon didn't change their fucking names.
Although I will say that the English name for evil naming him Cain is I think is kind of cool. The twin brother naming him Cain, the Bible. I thought that was pretty cool.
Funny enough, every time I heard his name in the original dub that I watched, they always called him Saber
Mm-hmm.
every single time. I think that's everybody.
Yep.
And Sword was the female of the group,
Yep.
along with Rapier, who was also the female of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dagger, I'm not sure if Dagger was his cousin or his uncle or not. I just know
Mm-hmm.
that Omega was like, I think Omega was the big brother. They were three,
Mm-hmm.
but I could be wrong. He could have been his father too. I think Omega might have been his father,
Omega it or Conrad in the English name.
or his name started with a D too. Dakon, I
Darkon.
think.
Darkon.
Yeah,
Okay, which is a total Saban Power Ranger name, Darkon.
yeah,
Come on, that's amazing.
yep. Runs with Zarkon.
Zarkon.
But yeah, so you got those guys. They don't all. He's not always fighting a Tekken Man for every episode. He's fighting a specific Tekken Man every once in a while. So for
Mm-hmm.
like maybe one or two episodes, he fought Dagger. Three or four, he fought maybe Sword and Lance or Axe.
Mm-hmm.
And majority of later part of the series, he's fighting Evil.
Yep.
And everybody gets their share of fighting these Tekken Man. He doesn't go out of his way to take these Tekken Man out. He's fighting his brother majority of the time. I mean, Balsack took out Sword. A human took out Sword with his
Yep.
life. Balsack was also built up to be like this double crosser, double agent. But the more times he stayed with the Space Knights, he rallied to their cause,
Oh
not the
yeah.
other way around. He didn't even sabotage them. He didn't do nothing. He's mostly there to observe, but at the same time, he actually contributed to their cause and
Yep.
paid with his life.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always thought that he had his own agenda, but then later on you find out no, and you're like, oh shit. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Hell, his sister even had a tearjerker moment when she came back. In fact,
Oh God.
her process throughout throughout her transformation, she was incomplete. She was
Mm-hmm.
actually, I believe, her physiology was much weaker than all the rest of them.
She was
And the
dying.
moment, yeah, she was basically dying. All throughout the whole throughout her whole story arc was that she was traveling to reunite with her brother. She seen the sense where her brother was, and like so, whenever time we ever got to her, she was always looking for her brother.
Mm-hmm.
By the time she reached her brother, it was later revealed that she was dying, and she's bearing a
In a
trailer.
final, and I love it too. In her final act, she wants to save her brother. It was
Mhm.
beautiful. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
a lot of the whole group of Tekken Man start fighting them, and she used her power to self destruct. There was even an episode where she saves a bunch of Muslims at one point,
Yep.
and they
Oh,
see her
that's
for what
another
she
thing.
was.
That's another thing about this show. Okay, this was before quote unquote political correctness of the '90s. So, and Japan, I love these guys so much because they are unapologetic when they put in stereotypes. They are so they are I mean, even today they are so unapologetic, and I flip and love it. I I love it.
Well, they don't look bad. Truth be told, they don't look as bad as one would try to imagine they look like in these shows. They,
Yeah,
I mean, they look more like the characters that they do in the Street Fighter 2 movie.
I did love the Street Fighter 2 movie.
Yeah, the time where Ryu travels to India and you had that brief Dawson versus Honda fight.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a little
Oh yeah.
side cameo of Akuma,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe this is the movie that preceded the series, the Street Fighter 2 V.
Yep.
And every time and throughout that series, well, I digress. We'll talk about that some other time. It's a little fun. It's a little fun fact that I'm going to keep to myself for a while until we get there.
Good
But yeah,
morning, but I digress.
so like we get we get that moment where she becomes a hero, but she's vilified because of her form, and I think it was exacerbated because of Blade's rampage on the Earth. So
Hmm.
when every time they see somebody like that, they think of Blade maybe or what Blade did. So or at least this is the Middle East. So anything that transforms in front of their eyes, they become everybody's evil in their eyes.
Oh yeah.
They call her a devil even at one point.
Well, of course. I mean, you'd see something you've never seen something like that before, and it transforms before your very eyes into something terrifying. You're like, ah, demon, get away, away.
Right. And what she does, she cries, and it's painful to watch.
I know.
Very, 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 very painful.
You just feel for her.
So, is this getting to you yet, Leia?
I think we've left her speechless, Commander.
I think so too. I hope
I
she
think
didn't
we've.
pass out on us.
But
Wait, right? Leia's not here yet.
Oh, okay.
She got black bag.
Uh-oh. But yeah, that's a what about you, Rhett? What do you think? Have we sold you on this yet?
I what was it that Eloise specifically said? It was lackluster. Well, not lackluster. It was. I can only say I feel like I'm a lot more confused about this project, now than I was coming in.
All right. Well, it's very simple. Okay, alien invasion. Guy was going to be transformed by the aliens, but escaped, and now humanity uses the guys who has partially been assimilated by the aliens to fight the aliens.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact: the Radam are not essentially the Tekkaman or the Spirecrafts. The Radam are freaking pods.
Yep.
There are these alien pods that once you approach them, they ensnare you and they straight up just cocoon you, and you go through that
Hmm.
Tekka process, the assimilation
Yep.
process
Like a butterfly. You're
from hell.
assimilated and you come out and yep, a butterfly from hell.
I'm just having fun
Bro.
just Google searching this series and just finding different pieces of fan art. As much as we keep talking about knights and bugs, I'm surprised there's no Hollow Knight crossover.
Right.
I know, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Today's a weird day for me when it comes to finding people's crossover fan arts. I mean, you want to see how broken my brain is? I was looking for TF2 heavies earlier and found a picture of Lincoln Loud with a minigun. I don't know what to say anymore.
We
Well,
need
did
BoJack
the mini
Horseman back.
Who? Oh, Bojack?
Yep.
I don't know.
Is that Bojack on?
I think we need more uplift. I think we
Not right
need
now.
more uplifting shows out there. Tekkaman Blade, for all of its dark, for a show that's basically starting off with body horror, family basically butchering one
War-torn
another,
Earth.
war turned Earth. There are surprisingly a lot of positive messages in this show.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say the other thing I'm finding while Google searching is just finding characters. Again, I talk about designs with mechs and creatures where there's something designed with a sense of dignity, and how I'm looking at a lot of the Tekkaman armor sets that they seem to be on different characters. It's funny that in the earlier run of this project, there seems to be a lot of weird, flowery, feminine looking armor, but as you mentioned, the character Tekkaman Rapier, I found that sense of elegance and dignity that balances both the femininity and the bug armor aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I only have the
Definitely.
question is, does the Tekkaman Rapier have anything to do with Tekkaman Blade?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Tekkaman Rapier is his sister, his little sister.
It's the Whittle sister.
And within the same run?
Yeah,
Okay. They're just showing me it has its own spinoff.
spinoff being the sequel Tekkaman Blade 2, which you
No.
must avoid at all
I'm inclined
costs.
to, since amongst the images of that series, I see a lot of drawings by Obari, and that guy upsets me.
Please do share.
Do you share the Obari?
Yeah.
I don't know what to
No,
say about this. People who love him, but the guy seems to be all over the place with his ideas and his takes. Whenever he tries to do anything original, he's just stealing ideas from everything he's already worked on. But oftentimes, again, if you ever looked up this, what's his full name? But Obari just has an art style that
Masami.
just Masabi.
Masami Obari.
Yeah, I just gotta say, he just has one of those art styles that just upset me.
Well,
I mean, you do
okay,
you.
wait,
Good
wait,
lord.
wait, 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 wait. We cannot mention him without explaining who the fuck he is.
I don't even know how to tell you who the fuck he is.
I'm
He's an
about to tell you
enigma.
who the fuck he is.
Okay.
He's the he's the artist behind the Fatal Fury movies, the first two Fatal Fury movies. He's also responsible for the artwork for Virus Buster Surge, one of his own originals, and then the other original, Voltage Fighter Go Kaiser. He's
Oh
also
yeah, that
responsible
one.
for he's also responsible for a lot of chicks' boos just taking a life of their own.
Fatal Fury.
And that
And
is
according to what
why
I'm
I like him so much.
That and he makes the males equally feminine and sexy, just like the women. So he's an equal opportunity.
uh,
He's equal opportunity in beautifying everybody.
I mean,
What's the
if I
word?
could
Oh,
send
it's
pictures in the
equal.
stream,
Can
I
I
would
here? Can I?
challenge that.
I got the perfect one. Equal opportunity eye candy.
Hmm. For the men
Uh,
and the women.
how do I submit pictures here? Be- because is do I just send it to you and MeWe then?
Send
You
it in the
can.
private chat, or you can like share screen.
Okay, then okay, oh yeah, that's right. I can send pictures. I can only just say is I don't want to hate.
That would require me to remove the banner then.
I don't have a hatred for this guy, but dang it, it's like again, you say, oh, he makes everything equally beautiful, and like that's the problem.
Uh,
People tell me what he does is beautiful, and what I'm looking at is mangled.
You know, I have that same. I have
right.
that same. I have actually that same attitude with H.R. Geiger. Everyone says his stuff is beautiful, and I like go. It's horrific and it's
Okay,
disgusting.
H.R. Geiger is not trying to hide that from you, though.
H.R. Geiger
Yeah.
is a very was a very disturbed human being.
I don't think so.
Oh, I believe it.
I
No,
like
but
to think
again,
he found his happy place in his art.
Oh yeah, yeah.
between dicks and vagina monsters made out of
And
vacuum
trains.
hoses
And
And
trains
trains.
and
and
scissors,
And trains.
oh
because
scissors.
that's a lot of trains.
There was a lot of trains. So like I said, I don't think the man was disturbed if his main focal point was always trains. He seemed to love riding the train.
Yeah.
I think that was near dear to his heart because I think at that time when he would take the train to see his mother.
Mm-hmm.
I love
And
the
what a
idea of
good boy
riding
he is.
so
I don't know what your problem with Masami Obara. That dude's awesome.
uh,
Awesome in creating cheesecake.
like
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm not stopping people from being fans of his, but it's like half of the time I feel like I'm the little kid having to proclaim the emperor is not wearing clothes. Am I in the
Right.
version where they laugh at the kid, or the version where the dad chokes his child to death in order to keep his silence?
Damn.
That's a grim tale if I ever heard one.
No
That's one of the
kidding.
oldest ones I've heard of. People would
We're
rather
getting off
kill a
track.
child than lose the
Yeah.
commentary of
Getting back on
Oh, what?
track though with getting
Oh,
back on track with
before we do that, let me go ahead and address that. We're definitely gonna be talking about that shit show
mm-hmm.
this
which
Thursday.
one? Wait, what?
The shit show that's currently taking a foot right now. I'll tell you in the in the back the back room, dude.
All right,
Sacrifice
back.
Moloch being canceled on a federal level.
But
Wait, what?
You said the topic was you said some shit show happening right now, so I'm just thinking like the fact that people are like screeching over the fact that sacrifices to Moloch have been canceled on a federal level.
uh, let's not go there. But back to Tekkaman Blade. I think as much as this show had some good stuff going for it, it's just for me not so much.
Pretty basic.
It's pretty basic, and I think the problem was is that if this show was the trendsetter that started all of this, I'd seen all of the knockoffs already. So nothing was new or unexpected for me.
Well, let me go ahead and narrow it down real quick. Tekkaman Blade is not its own original project itself per se. It is a spiritual successor to Tekkaman the Space Knight. So
Okay.
in a way, you could kind of say it's a reboot.
Oh.
Before back when reboots were suddenly like a common occurrence. As
We're not so common, but they did happen.
yeah. So last back with us, her internet went out unexpectedly, so she missed a middle half of what we were talking about.
Sorry about that. It just went a little wonky. Um, I will play back what I've missed, so I can catch everything that you're saying. But so far, you sold me on a good show.
It's free on
What was my
YouTube.
other question?
Please avoid the sequel though. It's not to your taste, Leia. And for anybody who's wondering what the sequel is like, let me best describe it in one phrase.
Mm-hmm.
So in the first one, we got war torn Earth, space crabs, armored villains, one lone armored superhero fighting to save the Earth and save the day and protect people, and we go from that to freaking horny Power Rangers.
Yep.
All that
Sorry, I'm
spandex
drinking
gets in the
water.
way.
Mind you, there's not a lot of sex happening in this in the sequel, but there's a lot of cock tease.
I'm gonna say this right now: the people who created this show were gearing this straight towards boys.
Sounds
Mhm.
like
What?
it.
Yeah,
How dare they stereotype boys as being nothing but horny fuck brains?
I know. I know, especially with the boob quality of these characters. Come on, they could have done a million times better.
That explains why
Right.
Obari got picked up.
Yeah, that's right. The artwork is done by Obari and oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. No wonder Aki looks so damn different.
Are you seeing the pictures I'm sending, or are you just remembering?
I'm just remembering how they look.
Yeah, some of the stuff I sent you can't show on stream, but yeah, just resting
Right.
my case on the side here. And his drawing of the
Right.
Tekkaman characters. There's a point where I don't know how to describe it. It's somewhere in the art equivalent of when you're typing in Word and automatically you hit a key that makes it so that whatever you're typing just inserts over what's already typed.
Mm-hmm.
Obari drew his characters with a hat, and then he erased the hat, and then forgot to draw that part of the head back.
I was going to ask before my internet went out. What is Blade's superpower? I mean, does he have any special abilities?
We didn't get into to the abilities of the armor, did we, Schooner?
Nope, we did not.
Oh, I thought perhaps I missed that. So okay. So his armor is his superpower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has these twin blades that can split and conjoin to a double sided staff thing, Darth Maul thing, as you see in the picture right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he can configure his body into a jet booster form and ram speed through a lot of enemies. Um, when he wants to finish a battle as quickly as he can, he has these these shoulder-mounted cannons on his shoulder armor, much like the pretty much does exactly what the Guyver does with his Mega Buster, his Mega Smasher.
That's a good. That's actually a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, this was around the time Guyver was even out too. But what's it called again? Because in the Techno Man version, he calls them Techno Power Blasters.
Mm-hmm.
But what does he call his his shoulder mounted blasters though? Hang on, guys, I'm looking that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while you look it up, maybe tonight I'll try to see if I can get a couple of episodes in and check out the story. I'm willing to check it in.
Depends on which one you want to watch, because the dub version cuts out a lot of episodes and cuts out a lot of context. The sub version gives more context to what happens in the dub version, so you might get a little confused and sidetracked throughout that story, but you'll be all right. I have faith in you.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm taking in these suggestions. It's just yeah, I just haven't had the time to really sit down and soak all this in, but it doesn't mean I'm not taking notes.
Right.
Like I said, the world of anime
Well, we
is
ain't even got into a Scottish friend. What's the Scottish friend's name again?
He's from. Well, I want to say Scotty.
McDougal.
Honda. We didn't even
That's
we completely overlapped Honda.
Oh yeah, and we completely forgot about Ballsack.
Oh, we said enough about Ballsack.
Oh yeah, we did. So what do you want
The
to?
dude died in an American fashion. Fuck yeah! Coming in to say the motherfucking day, yeah, America!
America! Fuck yeah!
Freedom is the only way. Terrorist, your reign is through. Cause now you have to answer to America. Fuck yeah. So kiss my ass and suck on my balls, America. Fuck yeah.
Is that an actual
Sorry.
line? Did he say is in the show?
No,
that's
that's
okay,
Team
America
thank-
World
that's
Police.
That's the American
Team
World Police.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Big tits, fuck yeah. Big
The
ass,
South
fuck
Park
yeah.
Thunderbirds,
Puts.
basically.
Everybody
he's
gonna sign
the-
their own books.
Can I just say this? Honda is just basically the carrying mechanic, and
Yep.
he designed. Is it Pegas? Pegas?
Pegasus.
Pegasus.
No. Well, I think he was instrumental in the designing it and building.
Yeah, he was
constructing
instrumental in the design. But can I just say this? He will never step down in the line of duty.
Well,
Holy
actually,
crap.
no. Like, everybody was instrumental in designing Pegasus.
Yeah.
Everybody. Him, Levin. I think Ringo even contributed too at one point, and of course, Millie contributed in her little adorable way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was Maggie. Sorry, answering Eloise's private chat. Anyways, so yeah, Maggie was instrumental in the power output, trying to matching the power waves of the crystal shards. I believe it was Ringo and Honda that constructed it, that helped constructed it, and Millie put in the code to do so to get the thing running.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
And it's amazing how that transfer. Like, of course, it's old anime, so you know what's an old anime without a transformation sequence?
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just
we'll
I
pick
just
up.
I do find it upsetting that Honda, after the attack on the Space Knight's headquarters, he chooses. That's when he leaves the show.
I think
He
he
chooses-
died.
No, he chooses to stay with Freeman and build the new command center.
Okay.
That's so we don't see him again after that.
Okay,
It's really
whose
unfortunate.
mic is farting?
Yes, it sounds like somebody's building something. It sounds like somebody's is
Should we go around? I'll mute mine first. Yeah, no.
Guess not.
What was? Oh, it's not mine. Mine is a little wonky, but it's not,
Just hit
blowing
mute.
out.
Did everyone go around? Just hit mute. Leia, hit mute.
Hit mute. Okay.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. I'm hearing what sounds like a TV show going on in the background.
That's mine.
Who's got the construction going on?
No.
I
Okay,
tricked you all. I'm taking. No, shut up. I'm taking over the show now. They're all muted. I'm the one in power now.
No, I will fight to restore. I will fight to restore the
That
wolf.
was a dirty trick.
Don't let me sick.
Rick,
Don't
that
make me
was a
stick
dirty
my super dimensional fortress on your ass.
That was a slick trick, Rick.
Well, so long as Archaea sails with the black flag, the will of man will sail on. I can't remember the line. My brain farted. So long as the black flag is unfurled upon the Arcadia, hope stays the course. I think is how it goes.
Captain Harlock.
Fuck yeah! You can all keep your
Oh, you
Millennium
know what?
Falcon.
You know what? That's what we're gonna talk about next Tuesday. After next Tuesday.
Oh, there you go, Harlock.
I'm gonna be so busy.
Captain Harlock.
The Captain Harlock movie.
Who the?
Which
we're
one?
talking the CGI one.
CGI.
Oh, beautiful.
I'll have to watch that one again.
You can soldier on, motherfucker. You just said the best line, motherfucker. You better endure.
That's like from the entire series itself.
Is that an anime movie?
It's an anime
Yes.
movie.
Okay.
Well,
And
Captain Harlock is a franchise, kind of in part of the Star Battleship Yamato by Leiji Matsumoto.
No, that was another great one. Space Battlestar Yamato.
Where rather than just focusing on the war, I forgot what they call the other aliens, but between the aliens and the humans fighting, there's the concept that there's a group of humans who fled the Earth in their own ship, willing to follow their own rules and take their own paths in order to preserve the will of they call it the will of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're on a fun talk because I do not want to say much more else about this show, especially what happens to all the characters at the end of the series.
So no spoilers, but right now, Tekkaman Blade recommended to at least watch it once. You owe it to yourself to watch it at least once.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the subtitled version to get more context because I don't think it's coming through with the dub. I mean, the dub, it's good to like understand what's going on in the action scenes, but I'm gonna need the subtitles for the characterization and the character interactions in order to get filled in on, where they are in, like, as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, the biggest hindrance to anime shows back in the 90s was the rearranging of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even get started on that one. I think who suffered the most, Cardcaptor Sakura, or was it also Yu-Gi-Oh as well that suffered that shit?
One is a complication from a gaming company and a weekly publishing magazine. The other one suffered for having 11 mommies.
I don't know. I think Sailor Moon is among them, was it? I don't know, because I remember hearing that they changed the relationship of some of the characters because it wasn't okay to air that on air, like in the States.
Mm-hmm. Deke was the worst offender, if I recall, and we lost Leia again.
Oh no!
It's connection issues, everyone. I've been experiencing it myself. So if Leia has Optimum, then yeah.
I might be running into that too soon. It's a virus. I tell you, it's a fucking virus. They're watching us, guys.
They don't like us.
Who's watching? Somebody's watching. What's that song called?
I can't
Somebody's
feel
watching
like
me.
somebody's watching me.
And we got no privacy. Oh, whoa.
Da-na-na-na-na,
Somebody's watching me.
Tell me you. Oh,
Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty,
There's a
oh.
subscribe star link in the description. Hopefully,
Wait, what?
you don't have a subscribe star link in the description.
I think so. I'll put it in later on. Wait, I do have a subscribe star link in there. Wait, right.
I'm just
I mean-
thinking if we were to talk about the Captain Harlock movie, I'm almost inclined to say anybody's a stranger to the franchise should also look up the movie called The Arcadia of My Youth.
I think, quite frankly, I think if you want to know the Harlock franchise, just watch the CGI film because I think it perfectly sums it up, the series, beautifully.
I will give
That
it that I'm happy to see the pirate crew not be a bunch of short people. I will admit that.
That and check out Galaxy Express 99. If you guys,
999.
yes.
I love 999 because everybody thought that in 1999 we were going to have the flying cars, we were going to go into space, and
The
today
fucking train travels through space.
The Back to the Future did that. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not just Back to the Future. A lot of people thought in 1999 we were going to be like advanced, and I'm just like, boy, were we
When a
ever.
humble boy graced the ride alone with Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. From when the white wolf fought a silver-tongued devil, his army of elves, at his who's did they revel? They came after me with masterful deceit, broke down my loot and they kicked in my teeth. While the devil's horns missed our tender meat, and so cried the witcher, he can't be bleed. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty,
So
oh
wait,
valley of
has this like
plenty,
devolved into singing for
oh.
subscribe stars?
Toss a coin
Coins.
to your witcher, oh valley of plenty.
I sing too, but
And
the
to everybody
extra
who's
is
listening in, if you want him to stop singing, subscribe.
Fuck off. At the
So
edge of the
toss a
wood,
coin to the
fight the
subscribe star
mighty
link.
horde that bashes and breaks you and brings you to mourn. His trust every elf, far back on the shelf, high up on the mountain from which it came. He wiped out your
Oh, Leia
best, got
messaged on
kicked in his
MeWe.
chest.
Hold up.
I'll look at it soon. I'm in a minute. Fuck it.
She says, "End our misery." Girl is savage when she's not on here.
Oh man.
Oh, she was here to refute what I say. But I said it. You're all listening, so therefore it has to be true.
Though, they gotta say that just like with Harlock and Tekkaman Blade, which are supposed to be, I guess this version of Tekkaman Blade was supposed to bring in a wider audience. But I don't know. What do you guys think was a one-off that perfectly encapsulated what the an entire property for you?
So
one-off.
Dominic did mention Full Alchemist Brotherhood. There was
Yeah.
also I would say the Ultraman series. That's the CGI series. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
So
second
it has
season.
to be multiple shows existing around one franchise, and one being better than the other.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying what was
an OVA or even a movie that perfectly encapsulated a series.
Well, I guess since we pretty much talk about the subject a lot, I could say Gunsmith Cats. A lot of it just being a collection of different little. I'm not sure what they call the adventures in particular, but there's different little stories, different thrillers going on, all encapsulated around just this particular, cast of characters.
Yeah.
There's also Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040,
Oh yeah.
which we did do a stream about that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful show.
We might revisit the original too.
The original one, if I recall, was a series of OVAs, right?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to be doing. No, seriously, this time. We're going to be reviewing the 3 or at least 2 of the Appleseed movies.
Oh, Appleseed.
Appleseed, okay.
That's what we're going to try to do. Try being the key word. Try. Because, how hard it is to find that fucking anime. Especially on YouTube.
Well, yeah, I mean, Appleseed is it's a classic.
Oh, yeah.
OVAs.
Okay, get this. They have the first Appleseed movie, Appleseed Alpha, but no Appleseed Ex Machina.
No,
Not dumb.
that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate, and I'm mad about that because I did like Alpha. Alpha was fucking lit, dude. Or am I looking at? Or is it under another name?
We're just in the end of the conversations now. I'm just thinking about OVAs. I love the heartfelt attempt of trying to give Dragon Half a series. Sorry that it's still taking us this far to give it a proper anime adaptation just for the manga art to go weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I shared that. There's that meme where they talk about the 9 stages of anime.
Yeah.
I was describing it as the progress of Dragon Half. Those eyes are scary now. Also, we no longer have thick mink. Why was wrong with thick mink?
I miss thick mink.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm dead air because I'm trying to play back this Appleseed movie and see if it's the second one.
How do you feel about the Dominion City Tank Police OVA?
Oh,
you mean New Dominion Tank Police?
New Dominion,
we're
yeah.
definitely covering that.
New Dominion Tank Police was actually pretty good.
The first 2 episodes, I think, were okay. Then they went downhill with the third one, I think. I have to remember.
No, I think what I liked about New Dominion Tank Police is that it was kind of setting itself up for a long anime adventure because it was pretty consistent through and through. It kept its primary antagonist because you thought, oh, wow, the shadow bad guys are actually going to be the real,
But to make up for the last stretch of it, they made up some weird meta narrative.
If not Appleseed guys, hang on. Hold on. If not Appleseed guys, we'll definitely tackle Black Magic M66.
Ooh, Black Magic M66. Dang.
That'd be fun.
Now we're diving
another great
really
encapsulated good OVAs. I just thought of 2 just now.
All right.
Devilman and Cutie Honey. Fantastic OVAs for those ones.
I also think Hellsing.
I'll be looking you guys Black Magic M66 soon, so y'all better watch it, motherfuckers.
Was the series as it was intended.
Say what?
Y'all better watch
the
this
series itself as intended.
Yeah.
The
Hellsing Ultimate was always meant to be, that of an OVA.
The really long and bombastic one, I want to say. They went hell's bells with the production on that one. You got spectacle, you got technology at work, you had full scale carnage. There was no sleep in Studio Madhouse during that production, I bet you.
Nope. But you know what? They brought their A game with that one.
That's precisely what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic, Hirohiko Araki. Who was that? Who was Hirohiko Araki? Oh, right.
I know that name.
JoJo creator.
JoJo.
Yeah, that's why. Crap, I know Rocky.
Neil Star Owens working lately. He's a busy man.
Are we talking about the
Duties.
original JoJo?
I'll be joining him soon because you know what? I've decided I'm going to start looking for a new job.
I'm almost inclined to tell Dominic the best way to do a JoJo stream is when we can finally get Twilde to watch it. It looks so fucking gay.
I'm sorry. I just cannot stand of how gay that manga is.
It is just so gay.
Flamboyant doesn't.
I bet
mean
his
gay,
first
but
question,
holy
if he
shit.
ever meets the creator of JoJo, is going to be, "Why are you gay?"
Why
Like,
are you gay?
yeah,
Why,
but
why am I saying it in a thick Indian
I
accent?
mean, why stop there? He could possibly
He
ask.
kind
He
of
could probably
borderlines
ask
it.
the creator of the Dragon Guard games, why you so crazy?
Let's not talk shit on Twilde. I just want to say it would be an epic moment if we can get
Dude,
him
we
to watch
bust each
the
other's
series.
chops all day. Why should we stop now?
Why?
Do it. Because
I
I
just
mean,
saying.
at this point, we might as well continue the tradition of everybody being fair game.
I think my honest point about
Mm.
JoJo is that even on the outside, I didn't think I wanted to check out the series. It was too popular. There's too many people talking about it. It's like I didn't want to get
I
involved.
think it's a case of the fandom being autistic.
That too. I can only just say, as my friend on his own time said, dude, here's the best way. Wait for it to appear on the service, and you'll be enticed to watch it. And when you watch it on your own terms, you'll come to like it. I know you will. I'm like, okay. And then it was just on Netflix. So I'm like, yeah. Well, my friend said, watch it when it's available. So I
I mean,
watched it.
12D is not entirely
right into
wrong,
it.
though. It tends to be kind of popular among gay guys, so.
Hey, they ain't bad.
Well,
I mean-
can I just say this? Can I just say this though? JoJo, for as much as everybody
We're not talking about the
like,
show anymore, Leia.
everybody,
Okay.
We're just
despite the fact
talking.
that everyone's talking
He
about
would like the show with good
We're
looking
we're
men.
padding out this stream.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think
definitely.
Leia is into pretty boys, or is she?
What are you talking
She's
about?
more interested in like the
You
do-gooders.
just
or
came in when we were talking about episode ideas for anime to discuss.
Does that
I
answer your question,
somebody
Eloise?
suggested talking about
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre
I guess
Adventure.
like the first 2 seasons of JoJo would be perfect for Leia then.
I love the first
What-
2 seasons. Everybody just says, "Oh, that's where it's all slow and boring." I'm like, that's where I feel like a lot of the show was really amping up.
Wait, and
I
the
love the
third
period
season
pieces.
too, because that's where Jotaro is, right? Jotaro.
I guess they say it's season 2, but I think of the seasons in parts, so I'd say part 3 is season 3. So yeah,
She's building a resistance, everybody. She's building a resistance.
I'm
Yes,
not
Leia.
talking. I was enjoying the images. I was enjoying the images. That's why I wasn't saying
And
anything.
we need to talk about
realization. We need more of the JoJo guys in there now.
Yes. See, I was enjoying the images. That's why I was quiet. I was letting y'all talk. I was enjoying myself.
Well,
So
yeah, I think Dominic Powell though puts it right with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. With JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I think Dominic Powell puts it right. It's flamboyant, but that doesn't equate to gay.
No,
what is a JoJo? What is that?
It's
Is
an
it
anime,
animated?
JoJo
the
Bizarre's
family
Adventure.
lineage of the Joestar family, a legendary bloodline of good men. It's passed
Yeah.
down from George Joestar to Jonathan Joestar to Jorge Joestar to Joseph Joestar, and so on and so forth. Jotaro Kujo. There's always wordplay with how the characters are called JoJo.
Yeah,
And
that's the
initially,
funny
idea
thing.
was that each generation was supposed to have some new crazy theme and story based around the supernatural. But after
Yeah.
part 3 happened with the stands were here to stay.
No, yes, season 3.
I
What
still feel
the
that's for the
stand?
worst, though. People love the
Mhm.
stands, the ability, and there's so much ideas that can be played with it. And I give it to Araki. I love that every stand is basically a spiritual reflection of each character and their ambitions.
Can I just
At
say
the
this?
same time, what was wrong with Hamon?
What?
What was
We
wrong? I
we
love how
killed the
hormones
army of
work.
the
You know,
undead with
I
Hamon.
heard that the with the recent release of the recent, I don't know what it's called, the Ocean arc, I think.
Stone Ocean. Yep.
Yeah, what Stone Ocean released, like it kind of ruined the fandom because a bunch of like SJWs like just hopped in on Stone Ocean because it's a
It's
female
female led.
cast.
Female cast in a prison that segregates the men and women, usually.
It's Orange is the new black, but in anime.
I
Well,
love
and
the
And-
that's the
production where
problem.
they saw the
JoJo's
article.
Bizarre, see, that's the thing that I liked about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was that it didn't take itself too seriously, and it really was just having fun with itself. But then the fandom got very toxic.
Yep. I think it
I don't know if
especially
I describe the
started
JoJo
becoming
fandom
that
as
because of the Stone Ocean thing.
Yeah,
Because a lot of
the Stone Ocean thing-
YouTubers, a lot of anime viewers and YouTubers were saying Stone Ocean is where you should just hop in because it doesn't have like it doesn't
And
have
that's-
a
It doesn't have
you
a
know
plot.
they were spouting their usual rhetoric
it's the same
Can I say
the
this,
rhetoric
too?
of
Can
the
I say
social
this though?
justice.
If you
Female
actually watch,
leads, colors
can I say this
One
though?
at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
Can I say this though?
one at a
Can I
time.
say this though? Stone Ocean, a lot of people were saying that, oh, it was the total SJW season. Nobody gets that Stone Ocean was made to mock that.
It initially was.
It was made to mock that SJW era.
Well, I have to check it out then to really see that unfold.
The problem with social justice warriors is they put a black person talking crap about white people and they think that's progress. I'm pretty sure if you put a black person in there who's talking crap about Black Lives Matter, I'm pretty sure they're going to still be tone deaf to it all.
Well, that's
Hey,
another
remember
thing.
when the left was saying Matt Walsh's "What Is a Woman" was the best feature before they knew
Oh,
what
yeah.
they were actually referencing?
And then what kills me is that when they found out the subject matter, they were quickly trying to tear him down, but it didn't work anymore.
Too bad,
No.
faggots. You
Subject
already
matter?
said it.
That movie should. It's sad that in this today and age, you have to have a movie like that to ask a question that's so apparent. What is
We
the
could
Yeah.
do a whole episode on this. We don't have enough time, I don't think, but I'm going to say, yeah, we could talk about that someday.
Which
What is
one?
And it's
it?
actually a
What?
very easy
I
question. It's
haven't
actually
watched
a
it
very
yet.
easy-
I need to watch it.
Watch what?
It's actually a very easy question to answer, though.
It's
Watch
It's
very
just
what?
nobody. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
simple.
it's just the person with the womb.
It's a
It's got a
biological.
tit, got an ass, got a way
that.
to reproduce. It's got a way.
Snails do it. Slugs do it. Even teeny tiny bugs do it. Let's do it. Let's get it on.
But one of them is better at carrying the hard part, and also looking
Yeah,
the
everybody
prettiest.
see, and that's another thing about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean Part 6. Everybody says that Part 6 is the best one, when everybody knows that Part 1 is the
Yes.
best. Part 1's the best.
He
Yeah,
walked out
I
your
love
pants,
part-
got kicked in
I have
his
to
I
say,
think-
chest.
it comes
He's
from
a
I need to
my
watch
D&D
it, but
analysis of JoJo.
I think I
Give
just
him the rest.
from what
That's
I
why
need to-
they tell our champion
Captain,
prevailed.
you're
Defeated
getting
the
Captain
bill.
Trigger
Captain,
again.
throw some shekels at the man so he'll shut up.
Toss a coin to your witcher. Oh, valley
Captain,
of
if I'm allowed to
plenty.
drink, if you're
Oh,
allowed to
valley
drink, I
of
should be allowed to drink
plenty.
as well.
Oh, shut up. Toss a coin to your witcher. Oh, valley of plenty.
Throw some coin into the subscribe star, everybody. Get him to shut up right now.
Subscribe and he stops singing. That's the only way he's going to stop
Stop
singing, people. Subscribe.
No wonder
We're
you
held
don't have
hostage.
any friends.
Save us, we're hostage. 911, please save us.
Hey, it could be worse. I could be that fucking captain from freaking Love, Death, and Robots.
I would love to see.
You know
I
what?
have a knife at my neck forcing me to watch the stream.
No.
We're all
Love, Death,
hostages here.
Robot. Hang on. I'm going to have to weigh in on that one. The Captain in Love, Death, and Robots Season 3 is the only moral human being on that ship.
Oh yeah,
Is it season
Dude,
3?
there's a season 3 out, dude, and it was the best. So
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
Like
I just
Um,
missed out watching season 2 because Cuties happened.
Oh god, don't remind me.
No need to go down. We don't need to go down that rabbit hole. Just say I haven't had
Can I also
Netflix.
say
Season 2
this
was
too,
really
that
good
Just
too.
when I've completely forgot about it, you bring it up.
See-
Now I
season
remember.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
Anything that happened
I'm
on
gonna sing
Netflix
again.
after that, I don't know.
No, don't sing. Please don't.
I'll sing everybody's favorite anthem.
Which is.
So what were you gonna say, Wolf, about season 2 of Love, Death, and Robots?
Season 2 was really, really good, but damn, they did hit it out of the park with season 3.
I actually
Yeah,
know somebody who works on that show. I just haven't
And
talked to
so
them in such
far,
a long time.
it seems everybody's favorite episode is Jabaro, and I don't know why.
I don't like Jabaro.
I did like Jabaro. I just didn't think it was that amazing. Like everybody seemed to try to egg off of it. But I guess since it's a fucking witch that fucking kills men, I guess that's what get their pains wet.
See, I like that one. What was it called? Something Voyage, Bad Voyage, or something.
Bad bad
Oh,
travels.
Bad
Bad
Travels.
traveling. Bad
Yeah,
traveling.
Bad
It's called
Traveling.
bad traveling.
That's the best one ever, and one of the best. That's one of the best episodes. It's no shocker too that it was directed by David Fincher.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Fucking shocked.
Well, it explains
David
why.
fucking Fincher.
Yeah. Well, that would explain where most of the budget of the season went. He directed. I mean, first off, he did. Holy crap! He did Lovecraftian horror amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm going to say this too. When he says the captain was an immoral, no, the captain of that vessel was the only moral person.
Mm-hmm.
And every decision he took was just necessary.
Yep. For when they got on board with his ass.
Yeah. Can I just say that too? That's another thing too. He was the only one who was keeping a rational mind. And despite everybody else losing faith. And that was really what it was. The fear that the entire crew had. The fear was really just destroying their humanity, and that was the irony of the whole thing.
I mean, you can't really blame him either, because the fucking Jesus.
Well, yeah, I mean, wouldn't you be freaked out if you saw a giant crab monster?
Fucking reduce the damn crew into what, 7 people in a fucking night?
Yeah. And that was another terrifying. But I love the thing too. I love the very end when he tells the crab monster, we've arrived at the location, and he's breaking all of the oil drums and all that stuff. And the monster is so freaking cocky because the monster thinks, "Oh, I'm well protected," and he's like saying,
"Let's work. They're not for me. Wait, they're not for you."
Yeah. Well, no, he says. Shell protects us, and he says, yeah, but not. And he says, protects you, but what protects all of them? Your children. And he just kills them. It was beautiful. I'm going to also say that my second favorite episode of season 3 was probably Night of the Mini Dead. I'm sorry, but Night of the Mini Dead was just flipping amazing.
Would you believe the Honey Badger episode was directed by one of the writers of Kung Fu Panda 2?
I would believe it. That's another thing, too, is that you really get to see a lot of the talents of these directors and these creators.
Not on her leash. Man, she released that shit. The damn episode begins with a dude pissing in the wind. He balls out, dick out, and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were far away from that shit from the first season. I was like, oh, there goes dick and penis now. I mean, dick and balls.
Can I just say this, too? The scene that made me laugh my heart out and still kills me to this day is when they go to the armory and there's all these guns and the one soldier guy says, "I come in here to masturbate."
Yep. And there's even some freaking sunglasses that has the fucking pride rainbow color.
I know.
We are talking about Tekkaman Blade here.
We're done
Nope,
talking
we are
about Tekkaman Blade. We're in the tail end of this damn stream. We're just fucking
We're in
we're
the
around.
talking
tail
about
end, but then you
Love, Death,
said
and
Tekken Man
Robots
again,
season
so my
3.
brain's just drawing this one conversation from that now.
I said we're not gonna spoil any more of this damn show. We're now on the fun stuff.
Oh, context. What's masturbating with
It's the
guns and
after show.
sunglasses? What are we talking about here? I think I'm gonna just phased out.
We're talking about Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah, we're currently in the after hours after show.
Yay.
Yeah,
All
'cause
you
Vince can
viewers,
talk about his Star
you
Wars all
want
the
to stay,
time.
move your
pushing
kids
this
out of
shit
the room
for a
or bring them in here and make them adults.
while. I'll provide the beer.
I have the
And I'll
poker
provide the
chips.
vocabulary.
Eloise, you got the freaking honey badgers.
A is for asshole, B is for bitch, C is for.
Y'all ready for the anthem now?
Yep.
I've
What's the
tried,
anthem?
and I tried even more. I've cried, and I can't recall what for. I press, I push, I yell, I beg and hope of some success. But the narrow fact that it never will impress. I've no more fucks to give. My fucks have run dry. I try to go fuck shopping, but there's no more fucks left to buy. I no more fucks to give. No more fucks I tried to get. I'm on my fucking budget and I'm now in fucking debt.
I love it.
Strive to get everything done. I play by all the rules, but I very rarely won. I smile, I try, I woo, I laugh, alas to no avail. I run around like a moron to unequivocally fail. I've no more fucks to give. My fuck fuse have just blown. I've been hunting for my fucks all day, but they've up and fucked off home. I've no more fucks to give. My fuck rations are depleted. I rally my fuck on it, but it's been fucking defeated. The effort has just been not been worth the time. Shit, lost the damn beat. Y'all listen to that shit on your own time. That shit is fun to listen to.
He took away my vocabulary roll because alcohol's too expensive.
Anyways, guys, thank you for like to thank everybody for being here. Those 6 and 7 of you and those extra non-existent motherfuckers. Usually Leo will be here to giggle at that, but that's for you. Thank you. We're about to wrap it up anyways, William. Hey, William. Like to thank my compadres, Leia Plus Size. The Leia Valor was here with us for a while, and unfortunately her connection could not stand our freaking pretentiousness to stay afloat. Thank you, Bear the North, Eloise Dotto.
See everyone. Stay hopeful and have a nice morning or good night, wherever you are.
And save your babies.
Don't sacrifice them to Moloch, because that's not going to spare your soul.
The Schooner Tuna.
Coming at you live from a secret government facility very deep underground, but has excellent Wi-Fi. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you like what you've heard here today, drop a little recommendation in the comment box on any anime, movie, or even TV show. Or heck, just stop by on the stream. We always love having new faces. Until then, this is Schooner Tuna signing off. Bloop, 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 bloop.
The Desert Red Bull Redneck.
Always respect the age discretion of TV and movies, just like kazoos and guitars.
Exactly. Guys, recommend any kind of show that you guys want us to tackle. I'm pretty sure you guys are really loving these anime spotlights. Hopefully, I hope so. They're starting to get some traction here, guys. You think you guys can go the rest of the year for this? Because later on we'll be tackling Trigun, and after that, Outlaw Star.
Oh,
But
beautiful.
before we even get to those, next week we'll be tackling Gunsmith Cats, the OVA, the 3 OVAs.
Alright, I'll definitely watch those since it's 3 OVAs.
And
Yeah.
sadly, I will not be present for that, but you guys were going to have a great time because the guy who did Gunsmith Cats, he's like an American weeaboo.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact,
Didn't know
just a fun fact. The guns used in Gunsmith Cats, the guy actually went to Chicago to a police precinct and he was allowed to shoot the guns just so he could actually know how to use them in his manga because he couldn't do it in Japan because of the gun laws there.
Imagine that stricter gun laws in Japan.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they have less strict toy laws. So like Japan makes gun models,
Oh yeah.
like model guns that are actually pretty accurate to the real thing and have been used in movies.
I mean,
Mhm.
Japan
Let's say,
does technically hold its own Second Amendment for those who don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, it does for
They just
hunters and farmers, I think.
hunters, home security, police officers, and so on. The only thing you're not allowed to do is open carry.
Yep.
Well, I will say this: I respect the Japanese for this simple fact that they find ways to find compromises
Yep.
while
And the
staying true to
restrictions,
things.
and I'm going to say this too, the restrictions actually force them to become a little more creative.
Hmm.
I'm kind of chuckling to myself about the toy laws because I'm imagining how these. I've been building Gundam kits. Is imagining, wow, this is for ages 10 and up. It's like imagining the. Sorry, my joke was supposed to be imagining model kits for little kids. Joking hazards, fuck you. We're Japanese. We know what we're doing.
Anyways, so tune in for that one, and hopefully we'll be either tackling two of the
Guns.
two of the Appleseed movies, or three, hopefully three of the Appleseed movies. If I can find a second one for us to watch, or Black Magic M66. One of those will be happening the week after. And this Thursday, we'll be talking about a specific topic that's been floating around the news for quite some time since a monumentous event happened. I'm being discreet as well, so forgive me for that one. I usually tell it like it is. Abortion! No. Did that slip? I'm sorry. I'm allergic to bullshit.
And it's in the
Anyways,
air.
a lot.
No
And
affiliations.
anyways, this is your Wolf Commander reminding you once again, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.